I was informed na magkakaroon ng increase sa terminal fee sa domestic travelers from 200 maging 950 na. Eh, bulok na binibigyan yung serbisyo, tapos ngayon may gana pa kayo magpataas ng terminal fee. Anong justification niyo po? Ba't kayo humingi ng increase?
It's to pay for the improvements. It's partly to fund po for the improvements na gagawin ng concessionaires na NAIA.
Pero itong itataas ninyo, sobrang laki naman po, from 200 to 950. Ano pong proper justification dito? Bakit sobrang lundag naman? Okay lang po siguro kung from 200, gawin yung 300 o 400. Sige, pikit mata. What is another 200? Pero 950, almost 1,000, malaki po ito. Itong batas na ito, 1956 pa po ito. At that time, ang parang pinapatravel lamang yung mga mayaman, elite. Ngayon, kaya naman ng mga regular person na makapag-abroad, mag-ipon sila at gusto magbiyahe, pero tataksan sila. Pero yung mga gusto mag-travel lang sa abroad ng mga kababayan natin, pangkaraniwan lang, nag-ipon for so many months, nagtipid sila o taon. Matapos lang makapag-ipon, may budget sila to go abroad, and then tatagay mo sa travel tax na libo rin yun. Siguro magpapasa ko ng resolution, batas na sisibakin na to. Unconstitutional to. Dapat every Filipino has the right to travel. Ito ay nagiging parang hindrance. Itong travel tax, siguro magpapasa ko ng resolution, batas na sisibakin na to. Unconstitutional to. Dapat every Filipino has the right to travel. Ito ay nagiging parang hindrance. Itong batas na ito, 1956 pa po ito. At that time, ang parang pinapatravel lamang yung mga mayaman, elite. Ngayon, kaya naman ng mga regular person na makapag-abroad, mag-ipon sila at gusto magbiyahe, pero tataksan sila. Diba? Dapat din na tinataksan. Right? Ito, do we have to pass legislation on this, or kayo lang pwede lang tanggalin tong travel tax na ito?
Well, Your Honor, if it's provided in the law, then we have to abide with the law. We will just look into the proposed legislation, Your Honor.
Tapos yung proseso dito sa travel tax, pupunta ka sa counter, ipoprocess ka, and then sasabihin sa'yo, magbayad ka ng travel tax, matapos mo process dokumento mo, pipila ka pa, abala naman sa mga pasahero. I think Mia siguro may responsibility nito.
I think, Your Honor, that is the KEZA tax.
In travel tax, lahat ng mga pasahero pupunta ng abroad, magbabayad ng travel tax.
I believe, Your Honor.
Libo ang pinag-uusapan natin dito.
Yes, Your Honor. I think that's the travel tax imposed by KEZA.
By what? Who?
KEZA.
KEZA?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
Under the Department of Tourism.
Okay.
Yes, Your Honor.
So, ito ay batas?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. So, pag batas to, para mabago to, matanggal yan, o ma-amend, so legislation, under legislation.
It's provided for under a presidential decree, Your Honor.
So, under presidential decree lang yan.
Yes, Your Honor.
So, pwede mag-issue ulit ng another presidential decree para masibak yan.
I think, Your Honor, there would have to be another law because the presidential decree is considered as a law also under promulgated previously, Your Honor. It's considered as a law and binding, Your Honor.
What I'm saying is, kaya nga, di mag-issue ulit ng another presidential decree stating na from now on, libre na sa travel tax ang lahat ng mga Pilipino na gusto mag-abroad. Na alam ko naman yung mga OFWs natin libre na. Pero yung mga gusto mag-travel lang sa abroad ng mga kababayan natin, pangkaraniwan lang, nag-ipon for so many months, nagtipid sila o taon. Matapos lang makapag-ipon, may budget sila to go abroad, and then tatagay mo sa travel tax na libo rin yun. Yun yung point ko. Then, in that case, sige, pwede siguro mag-pass ng legislation. Ayan, no? First class passenger, 2,700. Economy business class, 1,620. Malaki din pera yan. Di ba?
I agree, Your Honor. I think based on current system, Your Honor, OFWs I think are exempted from paying for the travel tax.
Saan pupunta itong travel tax na ito? Yung nalilikom na travel tax. How much ang naiipon kada taon from travel tax sa mga pasaherong bumibiyahe papuntang abroad?
Your Honor, the Department of Tourism who is supervising KEZA would know, Your Honor.
So, Department of Tourism. Siguro next time, Comsec, patawag natin yung Department of Tourism.
Mr. Chair, may I?
Oh, yes.
Yes,
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am Kiachon.
Yes. The travel tax is administered by the TIEZA as indicated by our representatives from the DOF. The funds, 50% of that I think goes to CHED, and a part of it goes to National Museum, and 40% is retained by TIEZA, which is used to fund the tourism infrastructure all over the country. So currently that's the use. I currently do not have the data. Maybe next time we can invite the TIEZA representatives really, as they have the
Yeah,
complete information.
hindi ko po i-dispute na hindi dapat tulungan yung mga departamentong binanggit mo. Pwede naman tayo kumuha ng budget sa ibang gumawa ng budget sa ibang pamamaraan na para mabigyan yung pondo, yung mga nabanggit nyo. What I'm saying is, yung mga nagbibiyahe, gustong bumiyahe sa abroad, na dapat ilibre sa travel tax. Kasi meron naman tayong batas na nagsasabing dapat anybody, any Filipino, may karapatan na bumiyahe. Di ba? Ito, medyo restrictive to eh. Sasabihin iba, ba't pa ako bibiyahe? Sa hindi yung 1,620 ko. Or, yan ay pwede ko na rin, baon o pambili ng ganito, pambili ng gano'n pag sa abroad. Yun eh. Kung yung mga nabanggit mo mga agency, mawawala yung amount na yun because of the pagtanggal ng travel tax, hanapan natin sa ibang departamento. Infrastructure, nandiyan yung DPWH, yung pinag-usapan na, may mga korupsyon na nababanggit doon, o napupunta sa korupsyon. Ang laki-laking pera sa DPWH, bigyan natin sa infrastructure ng tourism. Diba? CHED, napupunta sa CHED, lakyan natin budget ng CHED. Ano pa? CHED,
NCCA, National Commission for the Culture and the Arts.
o di lakyan natin ang budget ng NCCA. Kung ano yung nawala sa NCCA, nawalang pera sa NCCA, dahil sibakin natin yung travel tax, lakyan na natin budget nila. Tapatan natin yung amount na nawala. I-justify natin. Ganon din sa CHED. Diba? Tama, ma'am? Siguro next time, gusto ko, Comsec, ma-invite natin din yung tourism and TIEZA. I was informed na magkakaroon ng increase sa terminal fee sa domestic travelers from 200 maging 950 na. Bulok na binibigyan yung serbisyo tapos ngayon may gana pa kayo magpataas ng terminal fee. Sino to? Sino pwede makasagot? DOTR. Terminal fee para sa mga domestic travelers from 200 gagawin na 950. Bago kayo mag-increase, increase nyo rin muna yung quality of service. Sir.
Sa Miyaaho, yung pagkataas, the increase is in accordance with the concession agreement between the government and in this case sa Mia, sa concessionaire po.
Kaya nga, anong justification ninyo bakit kailangan nyo mag-increase? This is 200% increase.
Yung increase ng for the passenger service fee for international.
Or more. Kasi from 200 magiging
Domestic.
950 na.
Opo.
Ang sobrang taas. Anong
It's-
justification niyo po? Ba't kayo humingi ng increase?
It's to pay for the improvements. It's partly to fund po for the improvements na gagawin ng concessionaires sa NAIA po.
Gagawin ng concessionaires.
Opo.
Okay. Sino ba itong concessionaires?
San Miguel, basically po, for Manila International Airport.
Okay. Pero itong itataas ninyo, sobrang laki naman po, from 200 to 950. Ano pong proper justification dito? Bakit sobrang lundag naman? Okay lang po siguro kung from 200, gawin yung 300. O 400, sige, pikit mata. What is another 200? Pero 950, almost 1,000, malaki po ito.
Opo, pero nag-public hearing na rin po with respect to the increase in the fees.
I wasn't able to attend kasi kung naka-attend ako, di tututol ako dito.
I'm sure may nagtutol po.
Mr. Manalo,
Yeah.
Deputy Executive Director, Public-Private Partnership Center, sir.
Yeah, Your Honor, probably just to add to what DOTR said, per our knowledge of the PPP contract of for the NAIA, for the domestic, the passenger service charge increase would be from 200 to 390. And then yung international, yung 950, sir. Your Honor, according to the contract, the increase will only happen 1 year after the start of operations. And within that period, the concessionaire is expected to deliver service improvements before any increase could be approved.
So they have to do some improvements first
Yes, sir.
prior to the
Passengers.
increase.
Yes, sir.
So hindi pa muna ito ma-implement until such time meron ng infra na malaki ng pinagbago ng airport, gumanda na,
Yes, sir.
okay,
The contract.
binihisa na, etc. Then only then maintindihan po ito ng taong bayan, ng mga pasahero na okay, worth it yung pagdagdag sa terminal fee dahil gumanda naman ang effort natin in fairness. Walang papalag. Pero kung ito'y implement ninyo nang wala pa nakikita improvement, nakakainit ulo nga po ito, sir.
that
So
is
kailan po implement ito? After na gawa ng improvement. So ibig sabihin, not this year, siguro in the next couple of years pa.
Your Honor,
Um,
DOTR might be in the position to
Yes,
answer.
Asek Esquivel, sir.
yes po. The concessionaire is scheduled to take over operations ng NAIA terminals by September 14,
This year?
2024 or earlier. So
Okay.
yung increase po will be at least 1 year after they take over the operation. So baka by September of 2025, September 14 of 2025, mangyayari yung increase po.
Oh, no. Kasasabi lang ka rin, Mr. Manalo, dapat meron ng mga malalaking improvement na gawa yung concessionaire. Okay? Meron na ng mga infra. Gumanda na yung airport natin, yung pamamalakad ng airport natin. Magaganda na yung kubeta, magaganda na yung mga floor, yung mga dingding, etc. Kasi kung magpapayagan natin itong concessionaire na magtaas ng terminal fee nang wala pa silang ginagawa, parang ginagago tayo.
Mr. Senator, may mga KPIs, key performance indicators, may mga to-dos yung concessionaire,
Okay.
which they are contractually bound to perform
And they can do this in
from the very beginning.
less than a year? Kasi sabi mo, by September 2024 or less.
The major improve,
Mr. Chair, if I may clarify,
Yusek Yabra, sir.
the September 14, 2024 date is for the turnover. The
Okay.
turnover pa lang po yung airport.
Okay?
From there on, dun pa lang mag-uumpisa yung concession na agreement ng San Miguel or ng NNIC with the airport. Dun po sila mag-uumpisa magtrabaho, magpaganda. And if I may update, Mr. Chair, right now, ongoing po yung meetings between the DOTR, the MIA, the concessionaire para sa transition phase. So, come September, bibigay po sa kanila at dun ho i-implement ho nila yung mga obligasyon na nakalagay sa concession agreement.
Yun nga po, sir. Ang sinasabi ko, sige, implement ang obligasyon. Once na implement nila ang obligasyon, only then, dapat pumayag tayo na magpatong sila or mag-increase sila dito sa present
Tama po
terminal
kayo,
fee.
Mr. Chair. Ganun po ang
Ganun.
programa.
Kasi sabi, in less than a year. Don't tell me in less than a year, gaganda ng airport natin.
Sige.
Sobrang laking pagbabago na magagawa nila.
Your Honor, if I may, based on our monitoring of the contract, so there are different categories of works that's expected and time-bound under the contract. So, meron po tayong early works, kung tawagin, and then initial works, which will be completed could be completed within the 1 year kasi may deadline po yung ating private partner. And again, only after 1 year, bago pwede magkaroon ng increases in fees, and we can submit Your Honor the works that are included in the contract as part of the private sector's obligations.
Umani naman ito ng iba't ibang reaksyon mula sa ating mga netizens. Ayon kay Per Isi Mabalucos, I support Senador Tulfo position. Bear should do a better job of collecting the taxes of big corporations according to what they're supposed to pay, like what they overzealously do for small businesses. Pahayag naman ni Nestor Sean, walang problema yan sa mga government officials kahit itaas pa nila ng 100% yan. At ito naman ang saloobin mula sa ating kababayan na si R.L. Cardenas, Sus Merisep. Kung kailan nagkasurot, nagkadaga, may gana pa silang mag-increase ng ganyan kalaki. Mga kababayan, feel free to comment below para maglabas ng saloobin sa balitang ito.